here we are in chapter 25 of the book of Genesis, and we've been looking at Abraham in his elder years. We've been looking at Isaac as a grown man. We've been looking at Abraham making a servant go and find a wife out of his own people. And Rebekah has come back, and it tells us clearly that Isaac loves Rebekah. However, the same thing that happened to Abraham with Sarah is happening to Isaac with Rebekah. Rebekah is barren, and so Isaac does exactly what he should do. He prays. He prays intercessory prayers for Rebekah that she'll be able to conceive. And this is where I think that we're going to coin a new phrase, POGO. Pray for one and get one. Yes, he prayed for a child. He prayed that she'd be able to conceive, but he didn't know that she was going to conceive twins. And so we see this wonderful intercessory prayer on the behalf of Isaac for Rebekah. And we see God answer that prayer, and she conceives not one but two. It's a very interesting section of Scripture, and it's kind of easy to get lost in all of this with the ages. Abraham bore Ishmael when he was 86. Abraham bore Isaac when he was 100. So there's 14 years age difference between Ishmael and Isaac. But what's most interesting to me is that we had seen Hagar and Ishmael cast out of the house of Abraham and Sarah. And yet now in this chapter, when we find that Abraham dies at a ripe old age and very satisfied with life, that the boys are burying Abraham together. Ishmael and Isaac bury Abraham. Now that's really interesting because the scriptures don't really help us very much as to why Ishmael is back on the scene, how long he's been back on the scene, what kind of relationship he had with Isaac. Any of that, it's all silent. Nevertheless, these two boys who had the same father came together at least long enough to bury their father. It tells you about how family ties can be pretty strong. It tells you about how it can bridge a lot of different situations. And so we find Isaac at about 40 years of age marrying Rebekah. That means that Ishmael was something around 54. And we see the power of intercessory prayer. So I hope that you'll remember how important it is to pray for others, to get on a prayer team someplace, in your church, amongst your friends, or wherever, and become a prayer warrior. Intercessory prayer is a powerful tool, and we've seen so many blessings as a result of intercessory prayer. So I hope that particularly this time of year, at Thanksgiving time of year, that you'll be sure to begin your intercessory prayer for those that are in need of prayer. And that's my thought for the day. Let's take a look at one verse. Isaac prayed to the Lord on behalf of his wife because she was barren, and the Lord answered him, and Rebekah his wife conceived. A very powerful tool, intercessory prayer. My thought for the day. God bless you and have a great day.